Hello Speech class. I just wanted to check in. All of your informative speeches are graded, so make sure. A couple of you had yet to verify identity, so make sure that you go and check your grade and go and check my comment back on here. And if you need to send me your ID verification for me to grade it, then you need to do so. This discussion will be responded to and graded quickly. It might be next week, as I leave at noon on Fridays. That was due yesterday. They're not accepted late, so if you haven't done it, then it's too late for that. But if you miss one discussion, then it won't kill your grade, I promise. Just make sure that you get the other ones in. I want to show us what we're looking at next week. We are going to be looking at our commemorative speech. It is imperative that you go through and watch everything. Read over all of this. Watch this right here. You have a text, your quote textbook here, and then right here is where you're going to want to go through and look at everything. You'll see how to write a commemorative speech. You'll see a full transcript. You have to make sure that you have that central idea. You have all of those elements. You have some student examples here. You have even my personal example that was recorded at my mom's funeral to show that, you never know when you're going to need to give a speech. It goes beyond this classroom. So right here, this lesson is probably going to be the most important thing that you watch here that fully explains how to do it. Because if you don't follow this and you don't have all of those elements, then you won't make a good grade. So come back out. Let's come look again. And what you'll do is you'll write it and you're going to submit it here. I'm going to grade you on all of these things. That's all discussed in the lesson. And so if you have just one paragraph, that won't work. So you'll follow that example and you'll write it and you'll submit it right here. I'm going to go through and grade it. I grade very quickly. It is due the 22nd. So that would be, let me look here real quick. Let me look at my calendar. The 22nd is, it's Monday, that's Tuesday. I will have that graded probably as you submit them. So I'm in my office all day that day. So you will have a grade very quickly after you post it. It is your responsibility to make sure that you go in there and check your grade. And if you don't get full credit, just make revisions. After you make revisions, resubmit it and just shoot me an email and says, hey, I revised. Please go in and regrade it. I won't know that you resubmitted it. I don't get any sort of alert. So if you resubmit it, you have to make sure that you email me. And so you have to make these changes quickly. The turnaround time is pretty quick here. So you have to make those changes. So let's say that you submit your written version and you don't have a strong central idea or a thesis. So I'm going to give you a 0 instead of a 5 right here. You may not have clear key points, so you may get zeros on these. That doesn't mean you're going to end up with that grade. That means you're going to quickly make revisions, resubmit it, send me an email, say, hey, go and regrade, please. I'll go in and regrade it, give you full credit, and then after that, you're going to go and film your speech and submit it right here. If you do not, so your grade will suffer two ways. Let's say that you don't follow the guide and you submit one paragraph, you're probably going to get a 0 on the written version because you don't have any of the elements that are required. If you do not go back and revise that, not only will your grade stay a 0 here, but then you're going to be docked here because you are graded on the organization here. So it's really easy. You don't have to do much, but just go in and listen to my feed or read my feedback and make those changes, and then you'll get full credit. Everybody has every opportunity. I don't care if you have to revise it 7 times. As long as you do it quickly and you get it done before you film your speech, because that's due the 24th, so that will be due Thursday. So just make sure that you're reading the directions, following the example, and asking questions. I'm here. If you're confused and you don't understand something, then just ask me and I will be more than happy to help you. So that's a rundown of next week. I do not log in over the weekend, so any email that you send I will address on Tuesday. I do leave at noon. I have a class here in just a few minutes. I will check my emails one more time before I leave, but if it comes in past noon on Friday, then it will be Tuesday before I get to that. So have a good 3-day weekend and we'll see you next week.